This time on AbqBeerTv, we adorn our headbands, bow to our masters, and talk to some of Albuquerque's IPA black belts.
What questions do you have for Twilight Sparkle and Pinkie Pie?
As we check out the HopKwonDo. The HopKwonDo flight of beers includes the Cessa's Wet Hop Cascade Pale Ale, the Sea Hop Shop IPA, the Wet Mountain IPA, the Galaxy IPA, a Citra version of the Sea Hop Shop IPA, and the Exodus IPA.
We decided to create a flight of IPAs, or hoppy beers, and Taekwondo is what we took it off of. We decided to create a situation where we were going to sort of parody the martial arts, you know, the old kung fu movies and all that, where the beers would beat each other up and one would come out as, you know, on top.
I'm a real big fan of hoppy beers, so this is perfect. I came last year for the last year HopKwonDo. It was really good.
Which one's been your favorite so far this year?
I always love the Exodus IPA, but I don't remember trying the Wet Hop Cascade one. This one's a little bit lighter. This one is really, really good. Even she doesn't like the hoppy one, so she liked this.
One of the brewers grew the hops in his backyard, and those are the hops from his backyard session. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
They actually have some right here.
Rar, head manager of Vicino Canteen, and what's the big takeaway you want people to get from HopKwonDo?
Well, we do a couple things, and they're kind of at different times of the year, so this is just one of them. Since it is National IPA Day, we try to show people who maybe love IPAs and they get to try 6 of them, or who never tried IPA, at least you get to try the different ones and maybe acquire a taste for one of them, because we're also trying to show people that not every IPA is the same. So you can do quite a bit differently, even though everyone, when they think IPA, just think big hoppy beer. Yeah, so what did you think of all the beers?
Oh, they were really good. I think the Wet Mountain was my favorite. I also really liked the Sea Hop Shop. Galaxy, she thinks tasted like grass.
I did, but the Sea's Wet Hop was the best.
Cessa's. She can't read upside down. They were really good. I really like IPAs to begin with, so I really like them all.
Did you have one that stood out as your very favorite?
Super favorite?
Yeah.
I think Wet Mountain.
I can see you're finished with just about all of the HopKwonDo beers.
Just enjoying the last of my Exodus.
Tell me a little bit about them. Which ones did you like the best and why?
If I had to pick one out of all of them, I would pick the Citra Sea Hop, honestly. The citrus, that one I would pick mainly. I've had the Wet Mountain, Galaxy, and Exodus, and those are all kind of established as amazing. The Citra, as far as the new ones of the 6, that one I found to be the most interesting. It had the most interesting taste, it had the most interesting complexity out of the new ones, and I really enjoyed it. It's really refreshing too. It's kind of hot out here, so it's a lot of IPAs sometimes can be a little, the bitter can kind of leave that aftertaste that sometimes in the hot weather is kind of harsh. That one, that's good stuff.
So, what was your favorite HopKwonDo beer and why?
I really enjoy the Chop Shop because I think it's
Chop Shop.
Chop Shop.
Chop Shop. Which Chop Shop though?
The Chop Shop is one of the ones. I like the Wet Mountain. Wet Mountain's probably one of my favorites.
You like
it's a mainstay.
Chop Shop, not Citra, right?
Regular Chop Shop.
The regular Chop Shop, not the
The
Citra.
Wet Mountain, I feel like, is like one of La Cumbre's definitely staple IPAs.
Vicino? We'll edit that later. It's like she drank the whole pie. She drank the whole HopKwonDo.
I miss their Simcoe though. Their Simcoe's pretty good.
It's a good idea. How about you? Which one was your favorite?
You know what? I really like the Exodus.
is probably my favorite. 100 IBUs plus. Anytime it says plus,
Plus.
it's always a good sign to me.
Yeah,
100
yeah.
plus. It's like, you know, fuck counting after 100. It's a plus.
110, 120,
Like 10 plus.
150.
That's the way I feel about life. 10 plus IBUs on
how they
everything.
feel.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely the Exodus for sure. But it's always nice. Always nice to try 6 IPAs at one time.
We're known for our IPAs, so people take away a blend of our IPAs. I mean, they get a good idea of what we're all about in the hoppy realm. We're known for our Web Mountain IPAs, so this gives you like 5 other choices that are.
And then for me, Exodus is my go-to, so this gives me a chance to try different things. Or normally I just buy Exodus.
Yeah.
You know,
this
so
gives you.
Yeah,
you
so
know.
I might be coming back and something I wouldn't have tried, like Citra
Galaxy.
Sea Hop, or you know, I only buy 1 or 2 beers. You know, every time I go out, and usually Exodus is my go-to, so I just get that and go home. If I'm not, you know, trying anything for the side or trying anything in particular.
Yeah, some people who drink Web Mountain only have like switched over to the Galaxy when we have it on. All we do is we handed up a sample and been like, here, try this one, you might like it, and then they're like, okay, that's my beer now. Well, we have it, you know.
So speaking of which, there's different assortment here, and there's Sea Hop or Chop Shop IPA, and there's Sea Hop or Chop Shop Citra Sea Hop Shop IPA. What's the difference between those two?
Okay, the Chop Shop is a beer blended with all of the hops starting with the letter C. Citra has mostly Citra hops in it.
Okay.
They're almost the same malt base. So this Chop Shop would have like Centennial, Columbus, Citra, Cascade, Chinook, and CTZ.
Okay.
The Citra has Centennial and Citra hops. That's it.
Okay.
So it's still got 2 hops in it, whereas the Chop Shop has like 7 hops.
And then that's what the double entendre with the name, the Chop Shop, is that you're mixing in
Chop Shop
different
with, yeah,
citrusy.
exactly.
Yes. So, what does it take to become a HopKwonDo master? How do I become a black belt? The love of hops. Is experience, real experience with it? Is it getting to know the board and mixing up my IPAs every time I come here?
Then you'll be able to blend your own IPAs. You'll be like, I want half Wet Mountain, half a Galaxy.
Black and tan with IPAs.
Yeah, we did a fruit beer. We mixed in there's a boysenberry wheat with a stout.
Yeah.
People loved it. It was like, I don't know what we were calling it. They're black and cherry or something like that. It's pretty funny. But yeah, I don't know. You'll take away a new appreciation for hops after you have a HopKwonDo.
I'll tell if you guys open up a dojo where I could come here every Wednesday and you know, put on my gi and trail.
And then try the beers at the same time.
That is a Kwon-Do class I would take. Taekwondo, I'm not quite athletic enough, but this I think I can handle.
HopKwonDo would work.
Yeah. What do you think attracts IPA drinkers to El Vicino? I mean, I know this is like a destination for like IPA. There's here and there's a couple other places that you focus on, but I mean, mainly here you guys are known for the IPA.
Yeah, the main attraction is our Web Mountain IPA. It's our flagship beer. Everybody comes in here, has either tried it or drinks it regularly.
What is it about your guys? Like, do you think it's like, I know they're clear, they're crisp.
I don't know.
I mean, they got a lot of hop character that you don't find.
They got a lot of
beers.
flavor, a lot more flavor than you find in other IPAs. They're really clean and really crisp, and they're very drinkable at the same time. Sometimes you'll find an IPA that's just like so over the top that you can't drink a whole. You know, you just want a sip of it and that's it, and it almost wrecks your mouth. Ours are pretty clean for IPAs and very easy to drink.
Do you ever have any plans to get these in cans or bottles and get them out there? I know New Mexico beers, because we go hoppier than a lot of other places. I hear they're like currency.
Yeah.
In other states, if you take New Mexico beer with you out of state,
it's worth
you can get whatever you want.
Yeah, it's worth like gold.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I haven't heard that, but they're planning on doing more marketing in that realm. I don't know if they're going to go to cans or bottles or anything like that in the future, but we're working on getting another tap room and license and all that.
Right now, it's great. I mean, it's like a big secret. If there's people in other surrounding states, and they maybe they know about one of the other brewers because they can find the cans. And this is like a real treat to bring them in here, because I have friends coming from Portland or Seattle. They know a lot of beer, and I can guarantee they don't drink this place, and then they love it. And it's it's something to show them that's kind of like they don't find on the shelves anywhere.
yeah, we're pretty unique. We're not on the shelves, and one of the smallest Mexico microbrews, but pretty well known for our IPAs.
So I heard you guys did HopKwonDo.
We did.
What did you think?
They were okay. There was a lot of variety.
Did you guys have a favorite?
Of this one or just a favorite IPA in general?
Favorite of the HopKwonDo?
Favorite of the HopKwonDo has to be Exodus.
Was that the hoppiness?
Yeah. The hoppiness.
Excellent.
Mateo Angel, who was our bartender at the old place for years. He still works here Wednesday nights and Friday nights. So he really liked, since we were doing hops and stuff, and he was like, yeah, it's really punchy in the mouth, and just kind of kept rolling. Pretty soon we turned it his karate HopKwonDo thing. So also, the polar opposite of this is going to be Solstice Blackout. So we do that at winter solstice, so it's going to be a sampler. We've done this at least the 3 years we've been open here. So it's the same samplers, but it's all beers dark. And so then people can find out, not all beers are that are dark are heavy and malty. I mean, some are light, some are super thick, and some are still kind of bitter, because most people think of dark beers just being like real malty. Any last words for AbqBeer.com fans?
Thanks for coming by. Please keep drinking our beer. And, we live in a great state. We have great beer in this city, especially. I mean, Albuquerque is becoming a big beer scene. I'm totally impressed about how big we're becoming. When I moved here 20 years ago, there was only 2 places in town, and that was it. Now, I can't count them. So keep up the good work, guys, and thanks everybody else. Thank you all.
Cheers. Thank you.
Cheers.